Alright, so here we have a game of Through the Ages where I'm the green player, red 14, blue 16 is my go by. And I'm playing against three different groups who have varying levels of prestige. I believe 0 to Hero was kind of low on prestige, so it was really facing two individuals who kind of were good opponents. So Hawking Fi and Ji Yoon. Alright, so he goes and builds the Colossus. Or sorry, that wasn't the Colossus. That was a different one. I think it was it was Ji Yoon who ended up taking the Colossus. Now, 0 to Hero never really got into the game very far. I mean, they just barely got a wonder and still haven't grabbed a leader. I ended up going military pretty early. At this point, I was thinking I just wanted to get those hanging gardens completed because the hanging gardens would allow me to get a bunch of happy faces for my people. Back to 0 to Hero, who sadly still is staying at a 0. He takes Swordsman, which is a good choice, but doesn't have the science to build it at the time. Hawking Fi taking Knights was a good choice. And then taking one of the best wonders. And Hawking Fi looks like he's going to be out the gate pretty prepared for military. Okay, at this point I think I'm thinking I need to finish my wonder. So I do end up completing that. But of Iron and Alchemy, both good ones to get in Age 1, I'm prepared to create them both. Which one should I create first? I honestly didn't look too much at what everybody else was doing while the games were going. 0 to Hero is dangerously low in military, but actually it gets a lot better with Swordsman. Now, why did he take Knights and Swordsman? Maybe he has something that he's planning on playing that can combine them both. Hawking Fi does that, where he's able to use both the foot soldiers and the knights. At this point, I'm realizing I'm very low in military, so I want to kind of come back from there, build the warriors, and then Sun Tzu kind of has his bonus with the 2. Two soldier tactic. Right. 0 to Hero gaining in military, and uses 0 to Hero's person Saladin to increase his. Now going back to Hawking Fi with the leader of Nostradamus. He's got Alchemy and Irrigation in his hand, both very good level 1 sciences. So I guess rats came and ate all of the food, and Hawking Fi lost the most. Good thing I had already created quite a bit. So I'm getting lucky where there's not very many things that are attacking me, even though I'm definitely the lowest in military. With the wealthy territory, Ji-yoon barely takes it from me and sends his force. Now to me, I'm thinking, oh, I need to get irrigation now, because irrigation and iron would be good to grab. I also take Michelangelo so that I can start building these wonders for super dirt cheap. I had the most happy faces, so with the hanging gardens, that kind of worked out for me. Let's look at the culture of everyone. At this point, 0 to hero has 6 culture. We move into age 2, and I get plundered on, so I lose quite a bit of good stuff. And so I grabbed the Transcontinental Railroad because I had the ability to just pay 1 for it. Hoping to use that to be able to increase my strength, and then all of a sudden I'm one of the 2 strongest, so I kind of gained back a lot of the things that I had lost before. Ending with 22 happiness or culture. Me having only 15, I get some new deposits, and I have 2 things that I have to evaluate. I evaluated them quickly, and then I developed one of the best ones, the democracy, or sorry, the best government being constitutional monarchy. I developed it extremely early in age 2, which I think that is a very good thing to do. If you can do that, develop constitutional monarchy extremely early, or develop monarchy extremely early. I'd say both of those are very good strategies. Taking selective breeding is actually a good strategy for 0 to hero, just to increase the food. But I already had irrigation and iron, so I didn't need to worry about that too much. Alright, I haven't I've spent everything I had for that Transcontinental Railroad, and I know I need to increase my food, figure out a way to do that, and I have 2 more civil actions. And do I put the last one? Yep, I put the last one into the age A farm, going to age 1 farm. It's got irrigation fully utilized, and then going to move into bread and circuses shortly after that. So Ji-yoon at 17 happiness, not very much. But you'll see a strategy that Ji-yoon uses in a little bit that pushes Ji-yoon sadly to the top. But it's something to learn from. So, okay, Hogging Phi winning that developing cannons before everybody else does. And then I'm struggling because I want to be the top in the military at this point. I don't want to be left in the dust. I start, since I'm still Michelangelo, I might as well keep doing a bunch of wonders for cheap. And I increase these warriors. And now with all of my military, I can start doing lots of increases. Alright, I have riflemen, Ji-yoon has riflemen. '41 culture. Hogging doing very well on culture. It is Ji-yoon who takes the autonomous territory. And I continue with my turn taking cannons because I have that 6 power tactic of 2 normal dudes and a cannon. So that's my thought is I can't win with culture. I should probably, push for a military strategy and build my culture. Oh, I see why Zero to Hero picked selective reading and that because of that power. Now, at this point, Hogenfi, I guess, sacrificed a unit so that he could have 19. Okay. and they can do that with that special tower wonder that he's got, which is a very scary thing. So then I decide that I want to declare a war over territory on Zero to Hero just to ruin him. And at that point, I think Zero to Hero is Mr. I want to be the cool farmer and coal miner strategy. Definitely hurts him. Does not work. I put everything I have into all the military. I don't even have enough to put out the cannons yet, but I'm just doing a war over territory before I do the real ultimate war over culture later. But I think that is a good strategy if you want to just pick on some player to first beat them down in their territory first. I would say he was not probably the best one to be maybe picking on. Maybe Ji-yoon would have been a better one to pick on, because Ji-yoon's gonna come out with a great strategy in a moment. Zero to Hero doesn't mind it too much because he can, if he's losing 3, so he loses 2 from his yellow bank, right? And then after the war is going to be evaluated, he's going to lose, is it 3 more after that? Loses 2 for the change of age, loses 3 more with the war. Let's see, it'll evaluate at the start of my turn, so just 2. 1 plus 1 for each 5 strength defeat. Okay, so only had one level of 5 strength, so 2 gone, so total 4 yellow people he has to make up, yellow cubes, which definitely made it easier for me, and I can just stay with irrigation the rest of the time because I have enough people. I even have one in the pot just waiting to be placed. Ji-yoon does this strategy with the double cannons and the double foot soldiers, and that just really, makes it so it's not a good idea to be fighting him. Going with the the temple thing is kind of interesting, trying to keep his happiness up. So then I just, well, I didn't do this. It was actually Hawking Fi plays another aggression, but every single time Hawking Fi does it, he just to secure his victory sacrifices a unit, which maybe isn't the best move. Now you see that International Red Cross? It's very expensive for me. I've already built so many things, and then I take this great leader who's giving me a bonus in strength and a bonus in science. However, this leader will be, my goal is to replace the leader and then use all my science to get a bunch of points. Alright, so he takes out the leader, 0 to hero, and gets 6 culture for doing that. And 0 to hero drops out and has a computer play for him. At that point, he's very mad about that. Everybody's just been picking on him. So then wars are declared, and Hawking Fi is still the leader in culture, and I declare a war on 0 to hero. I develop rockets and have quite a huge advantage in strength, so much so that I can, instead of attacking 0 to hero, I can start looking at attacking some of my neighbors, Ji-yoon and Hawking Fi. And every turn after this, I'm going to try to develop 2 science, because I've replaced my old leader with a new leader, and I believe that was a good move. Although it offers the same kind of benefit to anybody else who completes 2 sciences. But I think Mandela is a better leader in the end for me to be taking. Especially because I have an easy way to increase my happy faces at fairly cheap. Alright, so I do an aggression on him. We just are all picking on him. And the reason why I didn't go after Ji-yoon is because I think Ji-yoon always looked like he had a way that he could take care of anything I could throw at him. But now my culture level is going up by 8 or 9 each turn, and that's great. But reason why Ji-yoon increased to 105 is because he single-handedly completed that wonder with all of his food production and the Red Cross. And he goes into that other wonder that he's going to end up completing, which is just tons of points. So getting those points wonders is actually good. There I go, or Hawking Fi goes and completes 2 science to award him some amount of victory points. It's 4 for the Nobel Prize. So I consider doing professional sports just so that it would be an easier thing to create. Right now I'm just trying to do low-cost sciences, and so to do 2 a turn and get that Alfred Nobel thing every turn. And now he's already got 118, and then he does the United Nations, scores 20 with an event that he chose. That's just crazy. Now, Zero to Hero has almost no culture left. It wouldn't be smart to kind of do a culture war against him. We'll see what I end up doing is I start to... What did I end up deciding? I just did an armed intervention because he doesn't have much culture I can steal, and I don't believe if I do a war of culture I'm going to get nearly anything from him. And then now it's the final evaluation, and everybody's still picking on Zero to Hero at the end. Jaeyoon, with both of those point wonders, has a massive lead over everyone with 144 culture. But this entire time, I've been seeding these level 3 event cards, which are points. Hugging Fi's got a War of Culture against Zero to Hero, so that'll be interesting. He's up to 15 culture. Let's see how much culture Hugging Fi can take. It's the most he can take from him, so it doesn't make sense for me to do some War of Culture against him. Alright. And with that, Hugging Fi got an 11-point jump. And so Hugging Fi is doing very well. Does he even end up building the Empire State Building? I don't think he does by the end of the game. Yeah, he just has that wonder. Yep, I put in that, but then I lost Nelson Mandela. But the event that I put in was a good one. Because I was not going to win the game, so I needed all the points I could get. And also, I wasn't even able to... I created one, the military technology, but I didn't have a second technology to create, so it was at the end of the game, only 2 cards to see up there. So I miss out on the 4 bonus points with Alfred Nobel's prize. And Jaeyoon, already ahead of everyone, gets another bonus of 15 from his movies he's got going on. Zero to Hero, I don't know what he's doing. He barely has anything. And then now we see the evaluation of the events. So Impact of Balance gave 8 to Jaeyoon, 8 to Hugging Fi, 12 to myself, so that was good. Jaeyoon got 6 from the Impact of Industry. Now I had coal, and that is an event that I purposely seeded. No, I didn't have coal, I had oil. And so I purposely actually put that in there, hoping that that would be of use to myself. Then that government, actually, each of the military and civil actions, that helped me a lot, because at the very end I did create that technology which gave me 3 extra military actions, and I already had quite a bit of civil actions, so I really maxed out my points for that one, I would say. The only thing better would have been to grab like democracy or something. But then I go even higher with the Impact of Science. And now with 2 events left, I am 2 away from taking the game. So Impact of Strength, I get pushed even higher. And now I'm at the top. I went from 3rd place to 1st place just with events. And with the final event, drumroll, let's see who actually wins. Impact of Happiness. So my people were very happy under Nelson Mandela's rule. And 16, 12, 12, 12. So I had the most happiness and stayed the course, being the happiest civilization and the winning civilization in the end. So I hope you enjoyed that as I went through the ages of this game. And I don't know if you gained any strategic insight or anything at all, but I just thought it'd be cool to log a game of this just played on my phone. Yep, so I hope you all enjoyed it, and please continue watching videos that I put on the channel, and take care.